Welcome back. Thanks so much for joining us. Our first guest is Lori Gott. You are a speech language pathologist. I have to say that really slow because I stumble and stammer when I talk. Have you noticed that?
Just a little,
Just
maybe.
a wee bit.
Actually, you can call me an SLP if you would
An
like.
SLP.
It's
All right.
much shorter, much easier to say.
Okay. All right. You're going to be working at the North Arkansas Regional
Yes.
Medical Center.
Yes.
What is your capacity? What will you be doing there?
What do you do?
I am the speech language pathologist, or the SLP, for the hospital. I do inpatient and outpatient therapy. Work with everybody from infants to adults. Speech language problems, swallowing difficulties. I mean, I know everybody at one time or another when they're eating, they get choked.
Right.
But sometimes you have difficulties that are more than just, an occasional swallowing problem. And
Now, when you might have a stroke, is that a problem too?
Yes.
I mean, do you develop a swallowing problem
You
after
could
certain
possibly
medical
have,
conditions?
You could possibly have a swallowing difficulties after a stroke, or any of the other neurological disorders like ALS, or if you have Parkinson's, sometimes you have swallowing difficulties, and I help set the therapy program for you so you can safely eat.
Okay.
So,
Awesome.
why did you choose this area?
I am an Arkansas native.
Okay.
Was in Jonesboro for most of my life, moved to Florida for 10 years and got smart and decided to come back home to Arkansas. And Harrison, Northwest Arkansas, Central Arkansas is the prettiest part of the state, so that's how I ended up here.
Now, has there been an SLP at the hospital prior to you, or you?
There was. She left in September of last year,
okay.
so they've been without somebody, or they were without someone until I came on in December.
And do you have others that will work under your direction to help? Or
Right
is it
now,
strictly you?
right now, I am the department.
Wow. Okay. No pressure.
No pressure. No pressure at all.
Okay.
Now, when you talk about speech impediment problems with younger people, what are you talking about?
With like with children, with school-age children, we all have known someone that's had problems with their R's or their L's or T's, and the speech therapist in the school system, that's what they generally work with. I also have some outpatients that come in that have, after school,
Okay.
they come in and I work with them also on language or articulation, which would be the sounds, if they're not producing the sounds correctly.
Is that something they learned or picked up, or?
Normally, it's a developmental thing.
Okay.
Maybe you didn't hear the sounds. If you've had a hearing problem, you may not hear how the sound is produced, or you don't hear the way you produce it. So what I do is I help work on positioning in the mouth, where to put your tongue to make certain sounds, and that's pretty much what the speech sounds are, the speech part of the therapy that I do.
Now, most people have problems stuttering, or I mean, it's a common thing.
Right.
What about someone that has a problem with it all the time? How do you help them?
There are several programs.
Exercises or programs?
Exercises, programs. According to where you trained, you might work with one type of program, and if you trained in the East or the West, they have different types of fluency programs that people like to work with. I personally am not. I do fluency therapy, but it's not something that I would probably refer out to someone to the school systems, because normally in the school system, that's where they really work on the fluency therapies.
So there is a difference between the school-based and hospital-based therapies?
Yes. The qualifications, you have to have certain qualifications to have therapy, and the qualifying is the same, but it's, billing is different. We bill insurance. School systems, they don't bill insurance, or they may bill Medicaid in the school system. And then, of course, what we do, it's a little more, the medical side in the hospital is a little more intense than it might be in the school system.
So you go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
I was going to make a point about the insurance. You did touched a little bit about on that. So it is covered by insurance?
Most insurance companies do have provisions to cover speech therapy. And it may be, a certain number of treatment sessions per year, or it may be a certain, monetary amount.
Okay. I don't remember what I was going to ask.
You don't remember
now.
what you, let me ask this one of the final questions, I would think. People out there watching the show, do they need to have a doctor's
Right.
recommendation to come to you?
In the hospital, we do have to have a
Right.
doctor's referral. Your doctor can fax over a referral or can give us a call, and we can get an appointment scheduled for an evaluation.
But you said too, you do some outside of the hospital, and how would that come about?
It's actually outpatient therapy at the hospital.
Okay. So it's all.
It's all.
You're not
I
just,
am in the hospital. I stay
Okay.
in the hospital all day.
Okay. All right.
And the doctor's offices, all they have to do is send over a prescription, and we get the ball started.
So you don't want people to call you. The doctor
No,
will
the
refer
doctors.
them to
Yeah,
you.
I have to
Okay.
have a referral for
Mm-hmm.
therapy.
All right.
And you're located in the hospital?
In the
or-
hospital ground floor in the
Okay.
FedEx rehab.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Thank
Lori,
you
welcome
for-
back to the community.
Yes.
Thank you. Glad
Thank
to
you
be
for being here. I'm so glad that we've got that corner of the medical field covered.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
When you come back again for some other one, we'll ask you all the personal questions that you want to know.
That's good. That's good.
all right.
I may answer them.
Thanks for being here, Lori.
Thank you.
Thanks
All
a
right.
lot.
Up next, we're going to talk with Dr. Amy Ardman from the Boone County Library, and we'll be giving her the once-over when she returns. Stay with us.